Hello, welcome gorgeous beings of light. This is Elmara coming to you today with a spectacular effortless manifesting and awareness activation that was given to me a few weeks back and has absolutely changed my life and the lives of the people that I've shared it with that have been practicing it as well. So let's just get right into it and we'll discuss the details later. So just taking a big belly breath in, filling your tummy with air, letting it out with a bit of a sigh through the mouth. Do this several times. To bring your awareness within. And on your next breath in, I want you to take your attention up into the sun. Make it your intention to just breathe out and connect your energy to the sun. And then breathing in, we're going to bring all that gorgeous source light from the sun down through your crown. Let it fill up all of your 100 trillion cells and your 100 trillion telomeres as you're breathing out, but take the last 5% of that energy through the lotus chakra on your feet and activating your own root system that goes down and ties that energy, around the core of Mother Earth. And then just breathing in and bringing all that golden, delicious energy with all the minerals and nutrients and everything you need to sustain your physical life here on Earth back up. And breathe it out into your body, activating your heart on the way back up. Just take a couple of big breaths into your heart and letting it go. And now we're just going to complete an exercise to connect you to your actual awareness, to your pure God source, to your divine I Am presence, to your supreme intelligence, universal oneness, whatever name you want to give to that part of you that's 99% of you, but most of us are only in touch with the 1% matter, which is causing all sorts of drama in your life now that the 12th dimension just opened up just after the eclipse in early November. So especially for anybody who's spiritually aware. So let's just see if we can help you with that. Take a big breath in. I want you to bring your awareness into your body. And then I just want you to put it aside. So if you're in Australia where it's stinking hot, you can put it outside on the veranda. If you're in Canada or somewhere like that where it's freezing cold, you might just want to place your body in another room, but away from where you are. And by your body I mean take all the things you know about your body to be true. All the stories about it. Your hair colour, your eye colour, your skin colour, your height, your weight, your shape, and then your age, and then all the things that are going on in your body as well. So just for a moment, we're going to set aside any knee pain, any hip pain, any rashes, any broken backs, anything at all that you have going on in your body. Put that aside, either on the veranda or in another room. Just breathe in and breathe out and plonk your body in another room or on the veranda. Now just breathe into the core of your being and see if you can't sense just a little bit how much a little bit lighter you feel without all those stories about your body rattling around inside of you. Take a couple of big breaths. Just notice how you're feeling now. And then the next thing we're going to do is take everything to do with your identity and plug that on the veranda or in another room. So your name, your address, your date of birth, your occupation, where you live, the car you drive, the status that you hold, whether that's, if you live in a country where status is upper class, middle class, or other countries have caste systems, but just everything to do with your identity. What you're renowned for, all the things that all your achievements, all your university degrees if you have them, everything that says this is you. Just put them aside in another room away from you now and breathe. See if you can sense your being becoming lighter. And if you can't, that doesn't mean just if you can't sense anything, doesn't mean that something powerful isn't happening for you. Just means that you've got a fair bit of density going on. And that's okay. If you continue to do this every day for 22 to 28 days, I promise you something will show up in your life. And if you sat and did it for a couple of hours, you would be surprised at the joy that fills your being. So don't get stuck in your head about this. Just follow my instructions, please. And so the next thing we're going to look at is all of our emotions and all of our feelings. Good or bad, doesn't matter. So if you've got some anger coming up, turf that outside. If you've got sadness, if you've got can't think of any other emotions, but there's plenty, anxiety, plenty of things that people go through in their day-to-day life. Pick up all of those things along with all the things that you have strong feelings about. So I have strong feelings about racism, about, climate change, about homophobic people, about greedy people, about mean people. And I also have lots of, judgments, or not judgments, but, feelings about deeply spiritual people, deeply kind people, deeply people of deep service to humanity. So all of your thoughts and feelings, and you can just shortcut that. I'm just giving you some examples by just asking your higher self to help you move all feelings and all emotions and put them with your identity and your body, please. And take a couple of big breaths in. Just see if you can sense your being lightening up without all this guff. That you've been taught is so much more important than your soul and your essence, and it's simply not. Big breath in. If you need to let go of anything, I think when I first began doing this, there was lots of yawning and tears coming down my face, but it doesn't happen now. It doesn't take long for it to your source light to fully awaken within you. And now, the biggie. Your conscious mind, your unconscious mind, all of your thoughts and your brain, I want you to put them with your body, your identity, your feelings and your emotions in another room outside of where you are, please. just breathe in. Breathe into all that extraordinary love and light and awareness that is you. This is you. This is who you were before all the poop happened, before all the rules came in. And if you can't feel that, just say, higher self, please show me. Show me this awareness. Show me this 99% untapped, pure potential, pure God source that dwells within me. Because you are actually scientifically proven just 1% matter. But it's that 1% that controls your whole life. And yet what if you surrender to this 99% pure source light? And just connected to it every day at the start of your day. Imagine what might happen if you were to connect fully to the 99% of who you are and let that run your life and kick the blooming 1% to the curb. Now you don't want to kick it out altogether because you need your mind to set appointments, to write books, to cook your dinner, to get the kids ready for school, whatever it is. But in most people, the 1% has taken over 99% of your life. Imagine if you had your God source being of light at the forefront of every day, at the beginning, and that you connected into this as you were going to sleep, and you wake up in this state of bliss, of joy, of knowing that you're an infinitely abundant being of light. And if you're not there yet, then what I did when I did this, when they first showed me a couple of weeks back, it didn't take long, was that I put my timer on. I had a busy day the first time they showed me, so I just put my timer on every hour. So when it beeped, I would just stop, take a couple of breaths and just reconnect to it. Once you've done a full connection in the morning, it's pretty easy to just do a reconnection. So every hour I was checking, but by the end of that day, there was so much joy and bliss and no sore knees or anything like that happening that I said, oh, bugger this. The next day I cancelled everything and just did 3 hours of this, and then I was just tripping on bliss. You can just do a little bit every day for the next 22 to 28 days, but if you want to jump boots and all, that's what I would recommend you do. Breathe. Breathe into that deliciousness of who you are, and let it wake up in your 100 trillion cells and your 100 trillion telomeres. And can you imagine, with this amount of power pouring through you, how absolutely easy it's going to be for you to manifest anything you want. Now this is the bit where you must surrender to this 99%, not go, oh, I want this and I'd like to win the lotto tonight or whatever. No. All you need to do is just go, whatever you want to call this, awareness, pure God source, supreme intelligence, universal intelligence, divine oneness, whatever name. Or you can just breathe into it and just say, show me how I can make $10,000 right now. Show me how I can manifest $100,000 before Christmas. Show me how I can heal my hips now. I did some work with someone yesterday, and while they were just breathing into this, they could feel stuff moving in their body where there was pain in their body. And if you just, sometimes you don't even have to ask that while you're connecting into this awareness, this 99%, it already goes off and starts fixing the knees and the hips and the sore back and the sore neck and the finances. But if you want to have a little bit of control still there, show me. How can I manifest my own beautiful home right now? Show me is a good one. But ask of this powerful part of you that knows the answers to everything. Show me. Show me how I can connect to pure God source. Show me how I can be connected to this essence of me all the time. And if you're unwell, You can just breathe this light into any part of your being. So how cool is that? So there's a couple of things I want to offer here. Just keep breathing into that light while I speak. I'm going to try, I wanted to do this every day, just to do 2-3 minutes, get into this state and send this love and light out to you. So you can all join me on it'll be on my blog, on my website, www.elmara@seraphim.com. It will be on my Facebook pages, preferably my business page, and it'll be on my YouTube channel as well. Because what I've noticed is there's so many powerful, powerful spiritual people that once the 12th dimension opened up after the eclipse in early November, that are just really struggling. They've got lots of pain in their body, they've got financial troubles, they've got, they're unwell. Now, as you know, I do not believe that you're broken and that you need fixing. But what I do know is that light from the 12th dimension, if you're even just slightly aware, is pushing your poop to the surface. And if you're not actively doing something to connect to your light, it's just going to continue. The pain's going to continue, etc. Now there's I wrote an excellent post, and I'll put it on my blog actually, before I load this, of a friend of mine who was really sick. She'd been to the doctor, she'd been sick for months. She said, I think it's shingles. And I went, no, I've had shingles. You know you've got shingles. It's not a maybe thing. Had that a few years ago. I said to her, if you're still in pain and the doctors can't find anything to matter with you, I'm telling you it's because the 12th dimension has opened up and all of that light is pushing your poop to the surface. Now just that one text, I didn't even speak to her. I said it in a text. And she just breathed into the 12th dimension and the pain just disappeared, and she'd been suffering with it for months. You are so, so powerful. You are so infinitely powerful beyond measure. And even, unfortunately, a lot of the spiritual work that's around focuses on where you're broken and what you need fixing. And I'm telling you, in this millennium, when you're focusing on what's broken and what needs fixing, you're actually just creating more brokenness and more things that need to be fixed. If you have got pain in your knees, if you've got pain in your hips, if you've got financial troubles, just breathe into those things and say, show me what is it that you're trying to teach me. Or just get into this awareness activation. Throw all the stuff and the stories out the window, into another room. It's best to do this sitting up or standing up so you can't go to sleep. And just breathe this, open up to this 99% untapped pure potential that exists, and you won't have to do anything. It'll do itself if you just show up and do it. It won't work if you do it once. It'll only work if you get to this point, this love, this joy, this peace, this calm that you can feel right now, and you practice it until your awareness is fully awake within your being, and then just watch what shows up. The reason people are struggling is because they're still stuck in 3D and they're still trying to do everything from the 1%. And if you're just slightly aware, all of this good stuff is happening. I have been teaching this way for more than 25 years since Spirits first taught me about the 5th dimension in 1997. I get a lot of rubbish from a lot of healers that are trying still fixing people. And that's why you still keep going back to them all the time, and that's why you're still not fixed. But if you begin to step into your light, this light is so powerful, it will heal it. Now, if you're someone who would like to know how you can step into that power, or what your unique set of spiritual gifts, talents and abilities are, and you'd like to be able to heal someone by just sending them a text, I have been asked to train 10 to 20, it'll either be 11 to 22 people, it depends who shows up, on how to connect to the 5th dimension, to the 12th dimension, how to connect into quantum consciousness in the quantum field, how to do light language, how to connect to our starseed brothers and sisters, the Sirians, the Lyras, the Arcturians, the Palladians, or whatever, the Andromedans, whatever your starseed system is. How to heal yourself and others simply by your voice. If that rings any bells and goes, yay, this is me, then please go to my website. So I've got a cat that's yelling its head off there, sorry, noisy boy. Go to my website and fill out the contact form and tell me why you'd like to work with me in 2023. It will be a 22 to 33 week course. The reason that's not certain, the same with numbers, is it's all just coming in now. And it will depend, all of my work depends on the people that show up. This will not be no recorded show, and there will be no mini-me's running it. Although you often hear me say we. When I say we, I'm referring to me and my higher guidance team. And so the first 22 weeks will be about all of that stuff, connecting you to the fifth dimension, and then all of that other really juicy stuff, and awakening your own spiritual gifts, talents, and abilities. We are toying with the idea of from weeks 23 to 33, so an extra 10 weeks, training people to be fifth dimension activators. So meaning that the first 8 weeks of the program, you will be able to be certified to train that. You'll also be a certified fifth dimensional healer at the end of it, but we may certify some people to teach that, and that's what we're just toying with, and it will depend on the people that will show up. Now, I have to be really honest and say this is not cheap. This will not be a cheap training program. But that's because we want you to show up, and we want you to show up fully, and we want you to know and understand that you are worth more than a house, than a car, than a holiday. And if you don't know that, then this is not the right training for you. We want you to know, that it's not what you put in your mouth, it's what comes out of it that ultimately decides here, whether you stay here. We will teach you actually how to be nourished from the earth, through all the layers of Mother Earth. And that's only because if something ever happens and you still want to be here, you will be able to nourish your body through that. But personally, I think one of the great, well, for me, it's the only benefit of being in a human body a spirit in a human body is to experience delicious food and make love. But that hasn't happened in my life for decades. So although I have a feeling it's about to happen, some beautiful, beautiful man has been showing up in my dreams recently. It won't matter to me whether he does or he doesn't, but if there's some gorgeous soulmate on his way to me, I'm open to experiencing that as well. So you can have everything that you want. It's all waiting for you, but you can't do it from the 1%. You can, but you'll kill yourself. Now, this training is also open to people who have got the cars, have got the houses, have got the holidays, but there's still a big hole in your life. And you would now like to find out what your spiritual gifts are, and then use those spiritual gifts and probably excess money to make a difference in the world. We are really, really open to speaking to those people as well. And that's why our training is priced in that bracket. So you can find 4 decades of testimonials on my website. You can read the post that starts, anyway, it's got a lovely owl on it with a blue background. It's everywhere at the moment. And I've been told that 10 to 20 people are going to make their way to me. There will be no more than that in the class, the first class anyway. And I'll have some gorgeous beings who work with me sometime, probably helping answer questions when I'm not available. But it will be me showing up every week, teaching you how to do something, and then we'll also every week have a Q&A or a Ask Me Anything, so that all your personal questions can get answered. And there's usually not a set program, except this is what we're covering roughly, because what happens in the program is channeled exactly to the needs of the participants in the program. I've always trained that way. That's why I have 4 decades of testimonials on my website. Excuse me. So if that's you going, oh my God, I've been looking for this my entire life, and you've done Reiki and you've done Theta and you've done all that stuff and it's still not working, that's because they're about fixing you because you're broken and you want to step fully into your light and your spiritual gifts, then please contact us through my website www.elmaraseraphim.com/contact. Fill out the contact form, tell us why you'd like to work with me, and we'll get back to you for a discovery session as soon as we can. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, the training will be priced between $10,000 and $20,000. So it will be a 22-week program, 20 to 33-week program. You will be certified as a fifth dimensional healer at the end of it. So, and we're just looking for people who are at that advanced end of your healing journey and you're still lost and you're still looking. So let's just take a couple more breaths. I want to show you quickly, because this is what we will do with the short videos we'll do daily. Just in case you've moved away from that center and got back in your head. It's what I do when I get in my head. And I just go body out the window. It's not details, I can't think of it. Identity out the window. Feelings and emotions out the window, unconscious mind, conscious mind, thoughts and brain out the window. Thank you. And then just breathe in. But you only have to do that for a couple of days, and then you'll see that your awareness is there all the time. And if it's not, if it just slips off a little. So I had an interesting discussion with someone I love so much this morning, but there was just a bit of stuff that wasn't in alignment. And I was able to answer that firmly and gently with my heart wide open with love. That's what will happen when tiffs come your way. It's just a completely different way of being because you're in the 100% wholeness. So, and for those of you who, there's a lot of you struggling with money as well, then as I said, instant manifestation. And instant manifestation is happening anyway. So if you're doing, I got no money, I got to tell you, that's what you're manifesting. If you're going, I'm sick, that's what you're manifesting. Because this 99% is trying to wake up. The 12th dimension opened up. It's trying to, it's the light pushing your poop to the surface, and you just have to take back that control and go. Highest self, or whatever name, pure God source, supreme intelligence, divine oneness, divine I am presence. Show me. Show me how I can manifest $10,000 before Christmas. Show me how I can manifest $100,000 before Christmas. And then don't tell God how to suck eggs. I was really good at that. I've been really good at that for a long time. Just surrender. Ask for the help. Or you can just go, how can I manifest $10,000 before Christmas? How can I manifest $100,000 before Christmas? How can I find my perfect home to live in? How can I heal my back? How can I heal my sore knees? How can I heal my hips? How can I heal my body? And let it go. And breathe. Breathe this light into every one of those 100 trillion cells. You will find when you put your body, your identity, your emotions and feelings and your subconscious mind, unconscious mind, your brain and your thoughts all outside of you in another room, then all that's left is your awareness. I also just want to give credit. I heard Rhonda Byrne say this. It's not that idea of chucking it all out the window is not mine. I heard her say it, and I've mixed that with my fifth dimension and came up with this explosive. And I also recognised, because of stuff that was happening instantly in my life, that you could instantly manifest anything, and that it should be effortless. And all the times and all the work I've done to manifest stuff in the past. But if you just ask what you want, and the more effortless it is, the faster it's going to come to you. So it's all about being in alignment with what you want. You can say, how can I manifest my perfect home And then imagine what your perfect home would look like. You can say, how can I heal my back? And imagine yourself walking freely without pain. How can I heal my hip? Walking freely without any pain in the hip. Whatever that is, you can imagine that. Use your imagination, but just letting go and into your awareness. That knows this is who you are before all that other stuff, the body, the identity, the thoughts, feelings, emotions, etc., etc., all design this life for you. That's not what you came here to do anyway. And you will find if you sit in this presence for long enough, your gifts are just going to pop up anyway, which is just extraordinary. Okay, just breathe. As I said, I was planning to do this every day, but my girlfriend, who I haven't seen for 3 decades, is rocking up from Brazil, and so I can't say I'm going to send you daily things. I'm going to try. But what I want you to do is do it for yourself. If you're listening to this, if you found it, then your energy is in alignment with mine. And if you want to do my training and you don't have that money, then what do? You just go, how can I manifest the money to do this training with Elmara, because I know I'm meant to do it. Why? Because what people don't understand is they go, I can't do the training because I don't have the money. Now that's asked about, and that's like the 1% thinking. Because no desire is ever felt without the means already being given. This is a scientific fact. If you follow Dispenza, Braden, Lipton, they'll tell you that. No desire is ever felt. You couldn't feel the desire. You wouldn't have been searching for this training and even don't even know you were searching for it if the desire and the means to do it. But the minute you go, I can't afford that, you're operating from your 1% and the money's not going to show up. I can tell you, I have one of my clients want to do, this is like 20 years ago now, when my training was $5,995. It wasn't 20 years ago, it was about 15, I think. And she knew she had to do it, but she didn't. They just paid a large, the testimonials on my website. She was a healer herself. She'd been struggling for years with no money coming in. She did one of my free programs. She knew she had to work with me. They just paid $20,000 in taxes. The only way she knew how to do the training was to fill out, it was back in the days when we didn't have it here, we have now, when PayPal gave you the money, and she heard her guides and angels say stop, but she still kept completing it out. And as she went to hit the send button, they went stop! They screamed at her to stop. Within 5 hours of her committing to do this training with me, $93,000 showed up in her life. $93,000 showed up in her life. $93,000 showed up in her life. It is one of my best testimonials. But I have had heaps of stories like that. I could tell you a million miracles like that. If you're meant to do my training, the money will come. And you just have to ask and tell your source being you want to do it, and it will show up. And if you want to know how to do more of this kind of gorgeous stuff that I'm teaching you, and how to connect into your own unique gifts, talents and abilities, and you are ready to serve humanity in a greater way, then please get in contact with us. And please, please practice this effortless manifestation and awareness activation every day. If you do what I did, like I just spent like 2 or 3 hours on the second day because I just felt so amazing. I still feel so amazing. My heart is so filled with joy all the time and bliss. And when people that you love do stuff, you're just still in bliss. You know, you can still stay centered to your being because you know it's who you are. You also know it's who they are, but they've just temporarily forgotten who they are. And I promise you, if you do this at the start of your day, not in the middle of the day and not at the end of the day, because you're just going to go to sleep and it might keep you awake. But if you connect into this and let this awesome 99% of you that's connected to the entire universe, all time and space, all dimensions of light, all universes and galaxies. And there's just infinitely billions and billions and trillions of dollars out in that universe. And you can find 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, whatever it is that you want. if you want to. Okay. Big breath in. I've so enjoyed sharing this information with you. Please, 22 minutes. Just do it for 22 minutes every day. Or if you can't do that, set your timer and check in every hour. And then check into this energy before you go to sleep. You'll have the most amazing dreams. Like since I've been doing this, some gorgeous man's been showing up my dreams. Like, oh, is this for real? Am I just having a party on the other side at the moment? But I'm open to it being a real person, and it won't matter if it's not, because I have the most delightful, delicious life and have been on my own for decades anyway. So, but man, it would be awesome to share some of this really cool stuff that we get to when we're a spirit being in a body. So do a little bit before you go to sleep, and I want you, this last thing, to remember there's 1440 minutes at every day. I'm asking you to choose you for 22 minutes of that and see what shows up in your life. Okay, you gorgeous beings of light. It's been my great honour and pleasure to work with you. I'm just going to send you a blast to this extraordinary energy. One last time. Just for a minute or so. Remember, it's easy. Body out the window, identity out the window. Feelings, emotions out the window. Conscious mind, unconscious mind, subconscious mind. Thoughts and the brain, all out the window. And we're just left with the pure essence of you, your pure God source being of light. Here to serve you, your physical body. And I'm telling you, when your source light takes the front, your ego doesn't have a problem sitting back, because it's no longer scared. It's no longer living in fear. It is here, full of source love and light, ready to serve humanity, which is who you came here to be anyway. Love, love, love. My deepest love and richest blessings to you all. And bye for now.